Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Bayou Outdoors 365 presented by Bayou Outdoors Super Center. I'm your host Patrick Dennis, and we're inside because this week, as we got towards the end of the week, Mother Nature decided to go and say, you know what, you need to get some rain today. So that's exactly what is going on. But I know some people are out there perhaps fishing or maybe even saying, you know what, I'm not going to let the rain stop me from going out for deer hunting because it's deer season. Well, if you go on out there, obviously wish you the best of luck for the weekend and also hunting during the week. So what's going on this week on our program? The month of December is here. Christmas is right around the corner. So one thing we're going to do a little bit later on this week and this program is that we're going to show you how you can go and enter for some amazing Christmas gifts. We have some of our sponsors that have decided to come together and they are putting together some gift packages for you, and you have an opportunity to enter for them. So we're going to have information on that for you coming up a little bit later on. Also, one of our newest partners here actually happens to be right there. It is Paul's Feed and Garden in Shreveport off of North Market. If you're a deer hunter, you probably have already been by Paul's place before. If you got questions about putting corn out, putting other things out to attract the deer, if you have cattle there at your place, go by and see Paul. Go by and see them all. They know what they are talking about there. I had a chance to go by there and we're going to be visiting with them a little bit, as we go through the next few weeks and months about things you need to know, whether it is for getting your, going after the deer that might just be hiding out in the woods now because of the acorns, whatever it is. We're going to be doing that. So what are we going to be doing this week? Well, it's sort of what we're going to be doing a little bit this week and a little bit more next week. Recently we took you down to DeSoto Parish. We talked to you about the Sabine River. Well, that Sabine River goes down and then it opens up and it makes one of the best fisheries in the country. And we're talking about Toledo Bend. We're talking about going to Toledo Bend Lake Country. And so this week and next week, we're going to be giving you ideas on things that you can do around Toledo Bend. We're going to give you small samples this week, and the next week is going to be our full show dedicated to Toledo Bend Lake Country, where to eat, where to stay, what to fish, all of that. So that's going to lead us up to our first thing. Right after the first of the year, Toledo Bend Lake Country is going to be welcoming two huge events from the two biggest whenever it comes to bass fishing, MLF and Bassmaster as well, the Elite Series. They're going to have those coming after the first of the year, and I know all of those folks there along the Sabine River, especially Sabine Parish, we partner with Toledo Bend Lake Country, Foy GMC Chevrolet down there, and also Toledo Town Tackle. They are pumped about this. I know they are. So what we're going to do this week is what is making Toledo Bend bass fishing so special? It wasn't that long ago I had a chance to go out with, and I just recently went out with them again, with the folks there over at LTD, Living the Dream. So let's go out there right now, give you a little bit of a hint what makes Toledo Bend so special year-round.
Oh, pretty quick. See, there goes the bait down towards the fish.
Got it.
Here we go. Hold on, get your foot off the pedal. I'm gonna try to find it. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a fat one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except in there.
How big you get?
Good.
Well, he wobbles too.
Really? Go.
Toledo Bend football bass. Look at how round that fish is. He's big around.
Yeah, it's been pretty fruitful this year for big fish anyway. The numbers of fish, we've been catching numbers of fish for years now, and we stay on them pretty good. But this year, as a whole, it's been more big fish caught since the 1st of January than it was from May until January. I'm telling you, they maul.
That one attacked me. I made him go skiing for a minute.
Oh, come on. Years back, when the lake was, catching all them big ones every year, you see a lot of people come down from Missouri and Oklahoma and Arkansas, and they pull their boats down here and they might stay for a week, and that's good for the economy because they're eating out, buying groceries and gas and everything else down here. And so it looks like that's coming back.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Look at that big sinker about to drown him.
Spotted bass. There. Ooh, I ought to get a bite right there.
Yeah.
I'm in a rush. People may say, well, the lake didn't go down real far this past year. Now we have grass growing. Well, yeah, you're right. But the last 2 years, it's stayed a lot right around that 168 range.
This past winter, but the winter before, was a very dry winter. The lake stayed down, like Matt said, 168. The sun was able to penetrate hit the bottom, and same thing, the grass started growing. It's just like if you took a giant tarp, a big black tarp, and put over your whole yard and the sun didn't get to it, your grass would die. And this grass on this lake does the same thing. This is just one of them places we normally catch them. You know, they tend to, there's a hard spot out there we're throwing up on the top of. And it's one of them deals, now you kind of always keep it on, you know. Because like yesterday morning.
There's one.
There's one. Whoop, got a jumper. That's a start. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Got a sweet tooth.
Sometimes you feel everything.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Got you a better one?
Yeah, it is.
That's a 4-pounder.
We got a good one. Look at there, he's posing for it. See, that's a good quality fish for this time of the year. Good and healthy.
Shad, see the one up there chasing the shad?
Hey, yeah, catch that trolling motor, Matt, swing us back to the right so we don't get up on top of him.
Sometimes is, if he's swimming, you know, at the wrong angle where you're hitting him from the skinny side, you just don't, he might not look that big, then all of a sudden he turns and you get to see, oh man, that's a bigger one than I thought. So right now we're throwing a Carolina rig with a pretty heavy weight on it.
I like to throw a Carolina rig. Like my buddy Vince Richards picks on me. I went to Caddo Lake, caught him on Carolina rig.
Worked out for me this time.
Try not to use it, but.
Look yourself either, with all these hooks flying around.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. I couldn't tell which way they were going, but it was two.
See, that's a stump right there. You'll know pretty quick. See, there goes the bait down towards the fish.
Got it.
Here we go. Hold on, get your foot off the
That's
pedal. I'm gonna try to find it. Oh, never mind, it's at the top.
There you go. That's how it is, folks. And see, I just got close to that fish and he hammered it just like that immediately.
That's when you know that fish had the right attitude. You didn't have
Yeah.
to reel it bank 4 or 5 times. Yeah, that's a foul one.
Yeah, big fat girl. Hasn't spawned yet. Roaming around out here feeding a little bit before she goes to spawn. Good job, partner.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for you another one.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Bayou Outdoors 365, part 1 of our trip down, or trips, I should say, down to Sabine Parish to spotlight for you Toledo Bend Lake Country. We talked about the bass fishing already, but let's give you a little bit of a hint of what you're going to be able to see once you get to next week. When we blow it out, when we talk about crappie fishing, you know, crappie fishing on Toledo Bend, you know, bass fishing is one thing, crappie fishing is another thing. So once again, we went out with Living the Dream. This time around, went out with JT, went out with him. We actually had a family that's come up and goes out with him on a regular basis, multiple times a year from Lafayette, Louisiana. So here's just a little bit of a taste of what we're going to be able to see and do and talk about next week. Oh, you don't want to miss next week's, but here's a little preview right now.
There is a... You got him? Yes, I seen a lot. Got him. Filter. I was actually... They're getting bigger. They're getting bigger. Oh gosh. Oh boy, not full.
Christmas season is about upon us. We have a tradition here at Bayou Outdoors 365. We partner up with some of our partners, our sponsors, to put together some great Christmas gifts that you have an opportunity to get. Now, you can keep it for yourself, or you can turn around and give it to someone else. All you got to do is visit our Facebook page, and we'll have more information there for you. And you can just click on the QR code right there as well, and you will be able to go and link up to our Facebook page. And we're still putting together some great little items for you, but I'm just going to give you a little taste right now. First of all, Paul's Feed and Garden, they're putting together a nice little gift basket for you for those deer hunters out there. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that one. Now, we're going to spread these out over time during the month of December, but got to keep checking back. Also, from what I believe, we're going to be putting together for you too some gift certificates, maybe one big one there for you from over in Minden, Louisiana. Bonton's over there, got Smokin' Jay's location, so that could be a nice gift certificate for you. The Crawfish Shack is also going to be putting stuff together for us in Logansport, Louisiana. We're going to have a couple of nice little gift certificates for you to be able to go out to eat on. And on top of that, Red River South Marina, they're going to be putting up a couple of nights stay, I do believe, in one of their cabins. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss your opportunity for you to go and get something, maybe just for yourself or something that you can turn around and give to somebody else. And we thank our sponsors for doing this with us this holiday season. Welcome to Toledo Bend Lake Country, where there is always something new to experience. Come see for yourself this fall. From the newly designed Championship Golf Course to the new hiking trail and glamping sites at North Toledo Bend State Park. Dine in at one of the new restaurants on the lake. Fall is the perfect time to discover something new in Toledo Bend Lake Country. Visit ToledoBendLakeCountry.com to get started. If you make that trip down to Sabine Parish, Toledo Bend Lake Country, you got to go and put one thing on your plate. That right there. What is that, you say? That, my friends, is what that area is known for. Zwolle, Louisiana, and throughout Sabine Parish, they're known for one thing, and it's right inside of there. Okay, I'm not going to hold back any longer. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a hint. Stay tuned. It's time to warm these up, and then I'm going to show you what they have. And here they are, some of the famous Bub T's tamales that you can get in Sabine Parish if you decide to go down that way in the Toledo town area. And oh boy, these things are yummy. Cannot wait to have mine here today. Make sure you watch us next week on Bayou Outdoors 365. We're gonna give you a behind the scenes look at Bub T's. We're also gonna take you to at least one other restaurant there in Sabine Parish so you can put that on your itinerary for whenever you go out down there to enjoy yourself and you can find something yummy. It's time for me to dig into a little Bub T's here for a little snacky. And you got to make sure you include this on your list of things to do when you get ready to go and enjoy the great outdoors there in Toledo Bend Lake Country. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this week on Bayou Outdoors 365. I hope you've enjoyed our little journey around a little taste of Toledo Bend Lake Country, Toledo Bend, Sabine Parish. They got so many great things going on. We only gave you a taste here this week. You got to tune back in here next week because we are really going to go and take that deep dive into talking about crappie fishing, talking about places to eat. We're going to be visiting a couple of those places, things that you can do there during the year, places perhaps to consider staying, family fun, so much. And we're going to wrap it all into one. That's next week on Bayou Outdoors 365. You don't want to miss it. Also, don't forget about Hunters for the Hungry, as we made mention of. Don't forget, too, if you are interested in fishing on that Louisiana team tournament trail that's going to be here in Louisiana, Northwest Louisiana for next year, well, that deadline to go and register for it, so you make sure you get your deposit back if anything changed, that deadline for you to go register is coming up middle of December. Visit their webpage for more information on that. It's going to be a pretty big deal, and we are really super pumped that we are going to be a part of that as well. So many things going on. I don't want you to go and miss out on them, and we're going to have more for you next week. Thank you to you for watching us, and thank you for our sponsors that make this possible as well each and every week.